Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at the Alamo E4 in Dallas, Texas. I've got Dave Fitzgerald here. Dave is in charge of Vice President of Channels for Barco. First of all, good morning, David. How are you?
Good morning, Gary. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. In my keynote this morning, I gave a plug for ClickShare because you were the first collaboration product, for lack of a better term, where you're able to do multi-imaging on one screen at 1080 resolution. But one of the things I sort of teased about in my keynote was about the fact that since it was all about 4K, about how ClickShare is moving towards 4K. You already have a 4K output product.
We do. The CSC, the original ClickShare that came out in 2012, it's really the only product that you could really say has got, you can add 4K to today for no cost. So what other product that was built or purchased in 2012 or 2013 can you say that you can now get 4K on? You can get 4K on the CSC1, which is our original product.
Right, and that's more of that's the kind of the high end of the ClickShare product line now. It's sort of an enterprise version of the ClickShare, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, it is. It'll drive 2 screens. It has a couple of other features that put it into that class. The 4K feature on it, though, really is the best business use of 4K that we've seen yet, really. You can put pretty pictures up there, but if you really want to take 4 full HD images and get them on the screen, as you pointed out in your talk this morning, ClickShare is the best. The original ClickShare with the latest software is the best way to do that.
Right, and that's the key, is the fact that you can put 4 images up there in their native resolution. Now, you're not stopping there. In fact, you recently just launched an education version of kind of the ClickShare technology. Will you talk about that a little bit?
So we'll be announcing that next week officially at EDUCAUSE out in California, and it'll be at CCUMC right after that. But that's a product that's for collaborative learning environments where you can have different pods, 6 or 8 or 10 different pods with a teacher or moderator at the front of the room, and they're able to pull from the individual collaborations at each one of those pods and bring it up to the screen, or send the content that's up on the main screen out to all the individual pods. And we think it really enables a much richer learning environment for students.
Are you talking about what that product's going to be called yet, or are you waiting to EDUCAUSE to do that?
No, it's going to be called WeConnect. So WeConnect will be the product name. We have a number of other things that are happening soon in the education space too. So you'll see sort of a family of products and a go-to-market strategy that includes projection and collaboration and image processing and even some content.
You know, what's interesting about that is, I mean, Barco's known as a projector company. Barco in our industry is one of the original projection companies, but you've diversified the company. Your group specifically, you're in charge of ClickShare here in the US, has specifically diversified the company outside of just projection. And in fact, although I'm sure Barco would like to see all the ClickShares connected to a Barco projector, in reality, you don't really, for the channel, you don't care who they're connecting it to as long as you're using ClickShare as a collaboration device, right?
Correct. It's completely open architecture. It's used with any display, with any projector. So that's certainly one of its strengths. And at Barco, we really we're not relying just on the pretty picture, right? We're not just the great image. We also are very concerned about how are we going to get that image to the device. So ClickShare plays into that. We're also very involved now with content and asset control with the purchase of X2O and Medialon. That gives us another whole aspect to what we can come to market with.
Yeah, and I think that people have to look at Barco as more than a projection company now because of that lineup. So EDUCAUSE next week, WePlay, is that right?
WeConnect.
WeConnect, okay, WeConnect. And then, of course, you've got new versions of ClickShare coming out in the near future, and that's exciting. And of course, you've got the 3 products that you have now, and one CSC1 does the 4K output. Yep. And then you have the 100 and 200 products, which give you a 1080p output. But of course, I certainly expect to see more 4K integration in the future. Of course, you can check it all out at barco.com/ClickShare. Thanks, David, I appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks a lot,
and we're going to go around the show floor and do a few more interviews with some of the key vendors here that are sort of changing the industry in unique ways like Barco did with ClickShare.